Hello Sagittarius, and if you're following this whole string of videos, thank you, you're very welcome. And I'm sorry the background keeps changing, the light keeps changing. I am experimenting, and for some reason the more light I use, the darker it seems to get. But hey, isn't that just life sometimes? And without darkness there would be no light. So let's sit forward a bit, there we go. And I'm shuffling now, asking for 3 cards please for the sign of Sagittarius for the last week of May 2019. 3 cards for the last week of May 2019 for the sign of Sagittarius, please. Okay, and I'm moving along rather quickly in these as well. Oh, loads of problems. It's not your problem, okay, but I'm having trouble uploading, so please stick with me. They'll get longer and more regular, the videos, that is. Okay, so there's number 1, number 2, and number 3, and we're straight off to a... Not exactly a start, really, because the first card is the Hanged Man, and it's not reversed. Okay, so we are hanging about here, Saggies, and I'm a Saggy myself, so I know some of these feelings. In fact, I'm trying to sort of extricate myself from what I'm talking about here and make it public, because the energy here is fluid. These cards can mean different things to different people. The most important interpretation, friends, is the one you put on it. Okay, so we've got the Hanged Man there, and he's hanging from a clock, which is very kind of symbolic of, well, really modern life actually, but perhaps life as it's been for a long time. And this is the thing, Sanji, we're dealing with life as it's been for rather a long time. We're looking for change, we're looking for forward motion. Excuse me, some of us have even had readings telling us that forward motion is about to fall into place. And there is no reason why it isn't, friends. These things happen in a very last minute way sometimes. So don't hang about, okay? The Hanged Man is one of those situations we all find ourselves in. Quite often in life it's a very human thing, but it's not a great place to stay unless we need a rest, in which case we'd get the Hermit, which we haven't got. We have got the Hanged Man. Okay, now the next one gives us a bit of a clue. This is the middle card of the 3 for Sagittarius for the last week of May 2019. It is the 9 of Swords. It's barely visible in the screen there, but there we are. Turn it towards the window. Thank goodness it's daylight and there's some daylight shining on the cards here. I'm going to have to do something about the lighting, I really am, but there we go. 9 of Swords. This is it. See, I'm going to have to do something about the lighting because it's too dark, and there tend to be things that we can do about these things that bother us. Mr. Hare there has been having terrible nightmares. It's completely unable to sleep. According to the clock, it looks like about 2 in the morning, which, you know, that's even if you're on night shift, that's not a great time, is it? It's something about that time. It's really deep in the night. And he wants to be asleep, but he can't be because he's got these 9 great swords hanging over his head, and they're kind of quite frosty, cold-looking, icy swords as well. So it's not looking good in his imagination as he sees things. But, you know, there's a game of chess indicated on the bed here. And some of the games we get drawn into in life become much more complicated even than the most complex game of chess there's ever been. And that's really what makes things begin to feel hopeless, begin to feel as if there's nothing we can actually do about things. But there will be, you know, so if you're in that situation, Saggy, or if you're in your own version of that situation, whatever it is, it's good to remember, you know, we're loved from outside and out in the universe there somewhere. I would say it's our spirit guides and our ancestors who are there supporting us all the time. That's truly what I believe. But even if you believe in no kind of God or anything, there's good ideas floating around. There's good possibilities. There's always things you can do, you know. Always. I was trying to work out a really difficult problem last night. I've been trying to work it out for years actually, and I thought, I wonder what, I'll type it into YouTube, maybe someone's done it. There's about 20 videos of people solving this problem, so I'm sorted. Just because I, pressed a button and had a look. It's worth doing a little something just to get things moving, okay, Saggy? Super important not to just hang about forever, okay, because good things are coming, and it's good to be up and ready when the good things come. And if you've sorted out things as much as you possibly can, then, in the back of your mind, you've done all you can, and things are bound to be at least a bit better, if not perfectly resolved. And because we know good things are coming towards us, they can be resolved in the fullness of time. Not least because the 3rd card in the 3-card tarot spread here for Saggy in the last week of May 2019 is the Sun, number 19. So that number 19, it's very kind of close to a double level of kind of 10 completion energy there, isn't it? And what we've got here is this whole journey is symbolised by Alice's really going through puberty and becoming a woman. And that's how this deck Tarot in Wonderland kind of shows things out and plays out. So what we're looking at here is that in a symbolic sense for you, being born into a new life almost, that's really what we're on our way towards here. But it's actually something, it's not all that new. It's going to be a very new vision of it for you and a very new way of doing it. But your wisdom is going to be called upon, Saggy. And actually I believe it's you going to be calling upon your own wisdom, because this is stuff that you've built up, that you've learned and you've come to understand through your life. Alice is sitting here with two characters. I can't remember which ones they are, but they're from the Suits anyway. Very, very wise women from the Suits. But they're not so much there to tell her what to do. They're there showing that kind of she has the approval. She is ready to do the adult thing. She is ready to take control of her life. So there's an element of taking control there, Sagittarius. That's going to be an important thing to do, because things are going to get moving, okay? And because you need that little element of control, that's why it's good to get up and do something, okay? It's better to light a candle than sit in darkness. And not too long ahead, I believe you're going to be very glad you did, Saggy. Okay, right, now I'm going to do some more cards for Sagittarius in a tick. Let's just have a drink. Very, very quick announcement, guys. I keep making announcements about YouTube's changed or something's changed, and so I'm going to do it this way. Well, I'm barely managing to get things uploaded at the moment. It's been quite a good weekend for it, and I think with any luck I'll have got all 12 signs uploaded by the end of tonight. This is number 8. What was it? No, 6. Yes, it's number 9, this one, isn't it, Sagittarius? Then we've got Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces to go. So I'm cutting them a little bit short just to make sure I can actually get them on there, because, well, we've got Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. It's a public holiday in UK. But other than that, I really do want to get this wrapped up, because I want to start doing the signs for the first week in June pretty soon. So they're up by next Friday. Okay, so I hope you'll bear with me there. Right, anyway, as I was shuffling there, I have pulled out another 3 cards, all asking for significance for the first 3 cards, which are the main 3 cards of this spread for Sagittarius. Last week of May 2019. First card in the spread, number 12, the Hanged Man there. Okay, and 12, just before 13, just before the Death card, just before things begin to move on again. Okay, so we're on the way to closing old doors and opening new doors, which has been a big theme actually in all the readings this week. And to go with that, we've got the Ace of Cups here. And for all the huge amount of potential and sort of cups energy that this holds, whichever way we look at it, and it's fluid energy, guys, it's going to address itself to everybody differently. This is about divine love, support. This is actually what I was saying about ancestors being around us and being able to stand on the shoulders of what we've learned and what we've been taught by people who've done what we do before, those who've gone before. And when this comes through, it always makes me think too of having to be yourself, your own unique self here, because that's really what the divine energy is behind. That's really what is being supported there. Okay, so in terms of coming out of that Hanged Man situation and going forward, just remember you are loved. Whether you're busily active or not busily active, whatever, you are always loved and always supported by the universe, most certainly. So the second card in the spread was the 9 of Swords, and we're thinking, what on earth can we actually do here? Well, the 9 of Cups comes in here, and in the old traditions of fortune telling, this was called the wish card, the 9 of Cups. And it's about make a wish. So we're talking about visualise and believe here, guys. And it's going to be quite difficult to believe that things are magically going to get better if you're having this kind of 9 of Swords sleepless night going on. But I'll say it again, always better to light a candle than to sit in darkness. And this shows make a wish, okay? You know, believe every human being has some magic with them. Make a wish, okay? Even if you don't believe in any magic or God or anything, once you've made that wish, you're in a better place to make it happen. Trust me, you really are. Okay, so last card in the spread then was number 19, the Sun. So we're very, very close to completion here. How do we make that happen? Well, the card that's come up to go with that one, this is actually the Death card in Tarot in Wonderland. It's number 13. But I'm not seeing this so much as a massive death of the old self and a birth of the new. As this one's come in, we're actually aware of good things that are coming towards us now. Many Sagittarians are experiencing that at the moment. But maybe it hasn't come to fruition yet. Maybe it's not kind of just around the corner, but maybe it's in around like kind of 2 corners time or something. But it's getting very close for a great many Sagis now. I hope you're one of them. I hope I'm one of them, friends. But in this card, you see, we've got the image of a candle that's gone out. And really, this is about just kind of, you know, don't be afraid to blow the candle out on the last of that old life, on the last of that old way, because it's old news. You know, we need the lessons and the love from the past, but nothing else. Everything else is old news. Okay. So with that, I'm going to wrap this one up then and try and get it uploaded as quick as I can. Thanks very much for watching, Sagis. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Also, subscribe, please, if you haven't already, and tap the bell to make sure you get all the notifications. Do leave me a comment. I do love to share the journey with you guys when YouTube shows me the comments. But that's another YouTube announcement, and we've had enough of them. Okay, see you soon. Peace.